today I'm reviewing the Make Prem UV Defense Blu-ray Sun Gel. And really quick, I just want to say, purchase all these products with my own money. I'll never waste your time with sponsored ads or videos. So if you want to help support the channel, check out nobsbeauty.com. Check out my Patreon community or click on the Amazon link below. Okay, there we go. This is one I've had for quite a while. I've been meaning to review it. I just have never got to it. So finally, now that I have a week to do it all in, I got my chance. So, okay, they call this a refreshing and white cast-free sunscreen that contains 68% moisture essence, leaving skin hydrated and protected from harsh sun rays. And I do have a lot to say about this sunscreen, although there are tons of reviews of it. And you know what, they had another version before. They have other versions. This is the gel. They have a liquid, and I think they have a cream of this. They also had another sunscreen that had an orange cap on it, which I never got, and now they don't make it anymore. So, guess whatever. So, I wanted to do a comparison of those two, but I'll never get to since they don't make it. Okay, my first criteria is packaging, and I love the packaging for this. Just a pump bottle, although I like the blue cap on it because it's always easy to find in my cabinet. I love it. Compared to all the dropper bottles, which all are identical, this one's easy to find. So no issues with that. Okay, in terms of denatured alcohol, this one does contain it. Thankfully, it is in the bottom 1/3 of the ingredients, so it's not high up at all. It's in the very last little chunk of ingredients, so it's not super noticeable, and it's not a ton of it. So, although I'm not thrilled about it, it's not a big issue as other sunscreens where it's like the second ingredient. Fragrance. This is, I think, the bigger picture when it comes to this one. We've got a few fragrance ingredients, including just fragrance in and of itself, which is the very last ingredient. We also have bitter almond oil, which most of you have probably heard of sweet almond oil, which is good. It's hydrating. It's an antioxidant. Bitter almond oil is not so good. Bitter almond oil is mostly used for fragrance and masking the scent of other ingredients, such as like chemical filters. So, and that one's a little bit higher up on the ingredient list. And then we also have jasmine flower extract, which is also gives things a bit of a scent. So the scent of it is a bit florally, and it does take a bit of time to dissipate. So keep that one in mind. It's not... some things you apply it has a scent and it instantly goes away. This one lingers for a while, which, especially if you have sensitive nose or sensitive skin, is not my favorite thing to deal with. The manufacturing location for this one is Korea, so no issues with that. Then we get to SPF factor. This one has an SPF of 50 plus, which means you're getting above 50, which I recommend 30 every day. In a lot of countries, all the laws are so different. So a lot of countries don't allow you to label anything higher than 50. So I think nowadays that's why you see most of these sunscreens, when they say 50, they have a plus after them, which means it's 50 and above. But they don't encourage people to stay out or think they have like 300 SPF on. So they stay out in the sun for 80 hours straight. So they think people will be a bit more reasonable just knowing they have 50 on. So I don't know. I kind of would just like to know the real number, but I get it. And I get what the countries are trying to do because skin cancer is always a huge cancer, so no matter what. Then we get to the UVA protection factor, and this one is rated PA++++, 4 pluses, which indicates excellent UVA protection. Again, all the countries use so many different labeling things. Although, if you notice the PA++, I think a lot of the Asian sunscreens use that system. It's all over the place, and it's really overwhelming when you think, I mean, all the countries have something different going on. So, at least with the PA++++, you know you're getting excellent coverage. Although some countries don't even let you put 4 pluses on. Some countries only say 3. So, sometimes if you see the 3, that doesn't necessarily mean it's worse than one with the 4. It's all over the place. But I'm satisfied with the filters they used for the UVA protection and that you're getting good UVA protection. Okay, so then let's go on to the filters. We've got Juvenile MC80, which is a clear oil-soluble, cosmetically elegant liquid that is most commonly used in chemical sunscreens. It absorbs UVB rays. Then we've got Uvinol A+, which is a UVA absorber. Then we've got Homosalate, which is an oil-soluble chemical sunscreen agent that protects the skin from UVB rays. It is not necessarily a strong filter in and of itself. It's not the most photostable filter. However, it's always combined with other sunscreen agents which help provide proper protection. The big advantage of that is that it's liquid and it's excellent for dissolving other soluble powder sunscreen agents such as avobenzone. So avobenzone is not the best filter, especially for UVA rays. However, most of you probably know you can include other agents which will prop up and make avobenzone more effective. So combining different things together help them work better and provide better protection. Let's see. Then we've got Ethylhexylglycerin, which I probably said wrong, which is a UVB ray absorber. So no real issues with the filters. They've got a nice combination of chemical filters here. Okay, then we get to the white cast. And let me do a little swatch on my hand and absorb it. This one applies super clear, so no real noticeable white cast at all, and it really takes little effort to even smooth it onto skin. So applies pretty clear, which is nice. I think, does it even say it on here? It doesn't say it, but I thought it said like clear on it. But anyway, so no white cast at all, which is why I think a lot of people really enjoy this sunscreen. Then we've got the texture. And the texture of this one is a nice lotiony texture, which absorbs pretty quickly, smooths over skin nicely, absorbs fast, which is really nice. The texture makes it really easy to apply enough that you can get really good coverage. A lot of people, they say you're supposed to apply about 2 milligrams, and most people in practice apply 0.5. And a lot of that's just because of the texture of things, or the white cast, or smoothing it in just makes it not look the best. This one, it makes it really, really easy to get really good coverage and apply as much as you really need without feeling like you're just slopping it on and it looks like a disheveled mess. Okay, then we've got ease of use. I'll do a quick pH test. Very easy to use. One of the most easy ones to use that I've tried, just because of how elegantly it applies. It smooths over products really easily, and it sets to a natural finish, not a super matte finish, but a natural finish without being sticky, which a lot of ones set to a sticky finish. This one does not. Foundation applies over it very easily without any pilling issues, so very easy to use, no issues at all with that. The pH test looks like it's around 5.5. So no issues with that. Then we come to antioxidants and beneficial ingredients, and we've got a long list here, which I love. So niacinamide is pretty high up on the ingredient list, which makes this a great option for those that have acne-prone skin. Niacinamide's a good beneficial ingredient, helps with skin brightening, helps with pores, things like that. Then we've got water lily, which is a good skin conditioning ingredient as well as anti-inflammatory. Raspberry fruit extract, which is a good source of antioxidants, as well as vitamin C, beta-carotene, polyphenols, and vitamin E. So very good to see in there. Centella Asiatica extract, great for soothing skin, helps with redness, and also anti-inflammatory ingredient. Then we've got Houttuynia Cordata extract, which is a anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antiviral, and antibacterial ingredient. Additional research has found that it has demonstrated therapeutic effects on allergic skin disorders. Lastly, leaf juice from Houttuynia Cordata can be used as an astringent, which temporarily tightens and tones skin. So very nice to see in there. I'm not sure if I've seen that in another product thus far, so... although it sounds like it's used more often in K-beauty products. Then we've got Gossypium seed oil, which is also known as cottonseed oil, which works as an occlusive agent or ingredient, which kind of helps seal in moisture. Then we've got anhydroxylitol, which is a humectant, which helps the skin retain moisture and hydration. Marbium vulgare extract, which is also known as white whorehound. And it's not even spelled like the way you would think. Anyway, I just thought that the AKA was interesting. I've never seen that before. It's a hydrating ingredient as well as anti-inflammatory. Then we've got Methoxycinnamate, which is part of the Centella Asiatica plant, which is soothing, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant. Panthenol, hydrating, skin soothing, skin repairing. Green tea extract, antioxidant, hydrating. There are a couple more towards the end, and I just want to focus on the ones that were in the main list, the longest part. So a very good list of beneficial ingredients. So anyway, keep that one in mind. I'm all about the antioxidants and good stuff. I know some people have a theory with sunscreens that it really doesn't matter if there's antioxidants. I'm all about them. The more I can get in any way I can get them, I'm all about it. So you know what? I'd rather have it there, and maybe it does something, maybe it doesn't, than not have it at all. That's my theory. I'm all about it. Then we come to acneogenic ingredients. And this is one of the most impressive lists, because this has a long ingredient list, just like I listed all of those antioxidants and beneficial ingredients. Out of the entire list, there's one ingredient that is slightly iffy, and that is butylene glycol, which is in almost everything. So for having this long of an ingredient list, it is so impressive that there are relatively zero acneogenic ingredients. So if you have acne-prone skin that's not sensitive and you like the chemical filters, this is a great option for the most part. So very impressive. I was shocked to see that because I thought for sure there'd be several, but especially when you got a long list. So it's very impressive. Okay, animal testing. This brand is cruelty-free, so no issues at all with that. Performance. This is... At the beginning of using this and testing this, it worked well. It doesn't get greasy. Has a nice natural matte kind of finish. Although towards the end of using these for 30 days, toward the end, those last few days, my skin started to get irritated using it. Basically day 28, 29, and 30. And on day 30, after applying this and having it on for about an hour, I had to completely wash my face off and apply something soothing. Because something in there was just starting to aggravate my skin. Just made my skin start to feel itchy and dry and irritated. And I just wanted to itch it, and it wouldn't stop until I completely washed it off. So the first several weeks went fine, no noticeable issues, performed nicely. But towards the end of it, I don't know if it was the combination of fragrance and the chemical filters that were irritating my skin or just the daily use of it. But it was a bummer because this has a lot of good things going for it. But I'm not sure if it was the bitter almond oil or the fragrance. You know, chemical filters in and of themselves can cause sensitization, especially for those with sensitive skin. So if you have very, very sensitive skin, sometimes going with just a zinc oxide sunscreen is the best way to go. But anyway, so I'm thinking it's just the combination, the little bit of alcohol that was in there, the little bit of fragrance, and the chemical ingredients just made my skin after 28 days just start to react to it. So if you have less sensitive skin, you probably won't have that same issue. That's all I can really say about that. So for me, towards the end of using it, it just didn't like it anymore. So I'll have to try it again in a few weeks and see how my skin handles it now after I haven't used it for so long. So anyway, so then we get to the price, and this is the full size, which is 2.53 ounces, 75 milliliters. And it retails, depending where you pick it up at, stylevana.com has it. Costs about $26 without a coupon or sale, which works out to be 34 cents per milliliter, which makes it in the mid-price range, not very expensive, pretty affordable for the most part. So out of a 15 being perfect, this got a 12, which is still pretty good. So very, very acne prone, but not sensitive skin. I would say it's a pretty good option for the most part. So Anyway, I'm interested to hear from you guys if you've had a chance to try this out or if you're trying one of the other sunscreens from the brand. What you like about them? So leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow.